Good morning, student. Let's continue our lesson from page number 16. We have discussed in the last lecture the balanced forces, unbalanced forces, contact forces, and uncontact forces. Some points of balanced forces I repeat here. The first point is that if several forces are applied on an object in the same direction, a force equal to their addition acts on that object. Second, if two forces are applied on one object in direction opposite to each other, a force equal to their difference acts on the object. Third one, a force is expressed in magnitude and direction. That force is a vector quantity. We know that vector quantity is a quantity which have a magnitude and direction that we can measure and also express in direction. Therefore, force is a vector quantity. When force is applied on a stationary object, it moves. Its speed and direction changes. Simple example, when we take a ball, it's at a stationary position. When we apply force, it moves with the speed and also changes its direction. Similarly, a force is required to stop an object in motion. This moving ball, if we want to stop it, we have to apply force. An object can change its shape due to force. While kneading a dough made from flour, while kneading a dough made from flour, the dough changes its shape by due to applying of force. The rubber when stage expands. There are many such examples. Then now discuss what is inertia. We have seen that an object changes its state of motion due to force. This changing state of motion is called as inertia. In the absence of force, object exhibit a tendency to remain in this existing state of motion, that is called as inertia. You have to write down the definition of inertia. Always remember there is also the definition of inertia. That is why an object in stationary state remain in the same state and an object in motion remain in the state of motion in the absence of an external force. Best example, that is, there are types of again inertia. The first, inertia of state of rest, that is an object in the state of rest cannot change its state of rest due to inherent property. This property is called inertia of the state of rest. Second one, the inertia of motion. Simple example of a revolving electric fan continues to revolve even after it's switched off. Passengers This is the types of inertia. That is, a passenger sitting in the running bus get a jerk in the forward direction if the bus suddenly stops. Now, the directional inertia, the inherent property of an object due to which the object cannot change its direction without applying any force. That means a vehicle in motion along a straight line suddenly turns. Again, the passenger are sitting in it or through opposite to the direction of turning. These are all types of inertia. You have to also note down it. Now, understand with the help of some example. That is a postcard activity. We can try to understand it. If you have a, take a postcard and keep it on a glass. Keep a 5 rupee coin on it. Look at in the diagram here. You have a postcard. Now skillfully push the card. The coin straight away falls in the glass. Have you ever done this? If you have not done this, done it at home. The coin straight away falls in the glass because of the inertia. That is the tendency of object to remain in its extrinsic state is called as inertia. That's why the coin remains where it is and it straight away falls into the glass. Now again, second activity you have given the string. You already read it. Yeah, read it at home and try to understand. Now the next one is the what is pressure. You must have observed the tires of 2-wheelers and 4-wheelers getting pressurized. Now getting pressurized. The air filling machine has a pressure indicating dial or a digital meter showing the digital reading of pressure. The machine fills the pressure to a certain value. You are aware that a force has to be applied for filling air. When you go into the shop, yeah, whatever on the petrol pump, you have seen that when you want to fill a air in our tires of our wheel, air filling machine is a pressure indicating dial or a digital meter showing the digital reading of pressure. The machine fill the pressure to certain value. The machine man feel the pressure at a certain value, he adjusts it and then fill the air in our tires. Same, we apply a force to be applied for filling air in the bicycle tire with a hand pump. By applying force, air pressure is increased and then the air is pushed into the tire. Our force and pressure related. Here the force and pressure are related. When we apply force, then the pressure is released in our, that is the air is released filled in our tires with the hands and with also the machines. Now let's again understand with the help of some example. Take some sharp pointed nails and push them into a wooden plank. Look at in the diagram. By hammering on their heads. Now take a nail and hold it with its head on the plank and hammer it down from the pointed head. First time you have to take a hammer, take a nail, wooden plank, and with the pointed head you have to hammering it down. When pressing the drawing pin into a drawing board, they get into the board easily. By applying a force using a thumb, one can push the pin into the board, but while pressing ordinary pin into the board, on the contrary, when pressing ordinary pin with the thumb may get hurt, and with the hammering it got very easily pierced into the board. Now come to the next page, page number 17. What does this simple experiment tell? The nail easily penetrates into the wood from its pointed head. हील कभी भी पॉइंटेड हेड से ही हम लोग उसके अंदर रख के हैमरिंग करते, फ्लैट हेड से रखते क्या? नो. From this you will notice that when a force is applied on the head of the nail, it is easy to hammer it into the plank. Use your brain power. It is easy to cut vegetables, fruits with a sharp knife. A blunt knife does not work here. Why does this happen? Again the force and pressure. Less is the area, more pressure is applied, more force is applied. Widen the area, less pressure, less force is applied. That is, here are the many examples. Same example, you have given the knife and the force. Look at the force, pressure. Easily we cut the vegetable, fruit, bread of loaf. We cut easily with the help of this because of the thin, less area of the knife. Exert more pressure and we cut the vegetable and fruits very easily. That is here given, the force exerted perpendicular unit area is called pressure. Pressure is equal to force upon area. We apply force and how much area is under the force and applying pressure. Now presently we are considering only the force acting on an area in the direction perpendicular to it. Unit of pressure is, the force unit is Newton. Area you have to look at in the picture, that the area is the meter square and this Newton meter square is a Pascal. Look at here, that one is a Pascal. Therefore the unit of pressure is the Pascal, and in atmospheric science the unit of pressure is bar. 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Pressure is a scalar quantity because no direction is considered in it. If area increases, pressure reduces for the same force, and if area decreases, the pressure increases for the same force. Depending on it, use your brain power. You have some questions are given here. that you must have seen a vegetable vendor carrying a basket on her head. She keeps a twisted piece of cloth on the head. Below the basket, how does it help? The answer is that if area increases, pressure reduces for the same force, and if the area decreases, the pressure increases for the same force. These two lines are the answer of all these three questions. Use your brain power. Is it clear? Now, example. Due to the natural adaptation of bottom surface of camel's feet are broad. When you are observed in the desert areas, the camel have his feet are broad. Why this is happen? Because the camel's weight is exerted on a large area and the pressure on the sand is reduced. This is why camel feet do not penetrate into the sand and it becomes easy to walk. Sometimes this question will be asked in the exam, that is why camel's feet are broad. Then the answer is that from due to easy to walk. Yes. Now come to our textbook. Pressure of solids. Now pressure on solid. Is there a pressure on solid? Look, express. Air pressure is, continue on the page number 17. Air pressure is exerted on all the objects kept in air. When a weight is kept on a solid, pressure is exerted on it. This pressure depends on the value of the weight and the contact area between the two. Let's understand with this example the activity you have given here. Take a that is a shelf and books are kept horizontally. Then the area is widened and the pressure is low. Therefore, our board kept in a shelf not break. And the third part, all the books are kept one above the other in a vertical position. Area, there is a force exerted perpendicular on a unit area. That means pressure is on a small unit area and our self is breakdown. This one is the one example. Again you have given activity one, a plastic bottle and another example here is given to explain the pressure of water, that is pressure of liquid. Here is the pressure of solid and another is the pressure of liquid. In the next lecture we are discuss about the pressure of liquid. Here we have to stop and you have to note down all the homeworks in your notebook. Till bye bye.